Yo, what is going on, you guys? It is Necro Eric here, and I was bringing this quick video for the craziest freaking week in wrestling all year. Wednesday, March 29th, Thursday, March 30th, Friday, March 31st, Saturday, April 1st, Sunday, April 2nd, and Monday, April 3rd, 2023. It's Wrestlemania. You know it's going to be stacked. You know it's busy already, and that's why you're here, so let's check it out. So, kicking us off, we do have any UFC this weekend. From the looks of it, yeah, no UFC. The next UFC is actually next week with UFC 287. I don't know why it's not loading. It's being shit. But anyway, no UFC this weekend, so it's a little bit... I mean, it's one less show, but it doesn't actually help because it's still ridiculous. But, yeah, on Wednesday, kicking us off, 10 p.m. Eastern, following AEW Dynamite. If you watch that stuff, we have some violence on IWTV, New Fear City, KARPAPALOOZA. We got Casanova Valentine taking on Cole Radrick. And we got Dr. Redacted taking on Hoodfoot. Gabriel Sky taking on Marcus Mathers. It's going to be an excellent, excellent show. Cannot go wrong with New Fear City, the standard bearer for no ring death matches. 10 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, IWTV. And I believe that's it for Wednesday. Yep, pretty light little Wednesday. But Thursday is when we start getting a little ridiculous here. We got Santino's ProWrestling kicking off the Collective. So GCW's Collective, it looks like it'll be at 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday on Fight Plus. So you can check it out. We got Che Cabrera versus Willie Mack. Heather Monroe versus Delia Doom versus Johnny Robbie. Kid Bandit versus Eli Everfly. Bad Dude Tito versus Vandegrift. Tyler Bateman versus Raunchy Rico. So it should be half decent. California Love, presented by Santino's Bro Wrestling, 2 p.m. Eastern on Fight Plus. And on Thursday night, we have the marquee event. Well, one of the marquee events. Jesus, there's so many events. Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 9, 7 p.m. Eastern, Thursday night. Do not miss this. It's going to be awesome. UWF MMA style pro wrestling show. We got Calder McCoyle versus Jeff Cobb. Kota Ibushi making his U.S. return facing Mike Bailey. Bad Dude Tito versus Yuya Uemura. Johnny Bloodsport. We had Killer Kelly versus Marina Shafir. John Moxley versus Alex Coughlin. Josh Barnett versus Timothy Thatcher. Davey Boy Smith versus J.R. Kratos. Eric Hammer, Calvin Tankman. Man, this show is going to be so good. This is probably one of the highlights of the GCW Collective. Easily. So, do not miss this. Oh man, do not miss this. 7 p.m. Eastern. Fight Plus on Thursday. And we also got, of course, Wrestling Open every Thursday forever. 8 p.m. Eastern. We got Miracle Generation taking on Milk Chocolate for the IWTV World Tag Team Championships. We got a first round matchup in the Wrestling Open Championship Tournament. Ichiban takes on Brett Ryan Gosling. And due to a match happening last week, we're moving up one of the quarterfinals this week. We got Tyree Taylor taking on Ryan Clancy. And we also have Brother Greatness and Anastasia Morningstar teaming up to face Love Doug and Notorious Meanie. Cannot go wrong. Wrestling Open rules. 8 p.m. Eastern, IWTV, every Thursday forever. There's also a Texas Contender Series airing live. Texas Contender 15. I'm actually probably not going to be checking this out because there's so much other stuff to be checking out. But if you want, it's always nice to see some up-and-coming talent, especially in the Texas area. So this is on at 8 p.m. Eastern as well on IWTV if you're interested. Texas Contender Series 15. And we got the WrestleCon Mark Hitchcock Memorial Super Show. It is on pay-per-view on highspots.com. We got a couple of pretty decent matches here. We got Arez, Laredo Kid, and Latigo versus Aramis, Galano Del Mar, and Rey Horus. We got United Empire versus Time Machine. Michael Oku versus Blake Christian. Brian Keith Kenta versus mystery partner and Tom Lawler. Oh, classic lucha match here. Ultimo Dragon takes on Negro Casas. Oh, Shigeru Iri versus Mike Bailey. By God, that's a banger. And in your main event of this show, it's a AAA Mega title match. El Hijo de Vikingo takes on Black Taurus and Commander. That's pretty wild. Thursday night, WrestleCon Mark Hitchcock Memorial Super Show on High Spots. For sure, check that out if you want. And this weekend, we got Circle 6 Menace to the Industry. It's 16 shows spread out across their YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. There's all sorts of different shows here. We got Queer Punk Outlaws, Lindsay Snow's Cannabis Cup. We got Mama Koger's Delicate Flowers, Crosses and Caskets, Iron On Wrestling, Valentine Vision, which my buddy has put together a little program for that, I believe. My buddy Scott, and we're going to talk in a little bit about Pro Wrestling Potluck. Minoru Suzuki's Karaoke Jam. That's for Thursday. And on Friday, we got Jake Christ's Firestarters, Zachary Wentz Treehouse. We got AJ Gray's Power Sour. Oh man, No Peace Underground. Yeah, No Peace Underground. So if you like violence, man, this is 100% going to be for you. Circle 6, Menace to the Industry. Yeah, check it out for sure. And we got Impact Wrestling and New Japan Multiverse United. Only the Strong Survive. So this is a New Japan X Impact Wrestling show. Looks like Speedball Mike Bailey is going to be facing Hiroshi Tanahashi in the co-main event. I'm not sure what's going to happen in this main event because Josh Alexander is actually injured. So I'm not too sure what the replacement ended up being. But looks like Moose is going to face Jeff Cobb. Trey Miguel faces Clark Connors. And Frankie Kazarian and Kevin Knight and Rich Swann, Rocky Romero in the six-way scramble for the X Division belt. Strong openweight title, Kenta defense against Minoru Suzuki. Oh yeah. Bullet Club versus Aussie Open versus the Motor City Machine Guns versus the Mighty Don't Kneel. Not bad. 8-man tag match. Oh yeah, not too shabby. This Impact Wrestling X New Japan show actually looks pretty decent. So if you're interested, it's actually on pay-per-view, $24.99 US. I would probably recommend bootlegging it due to the fact that Impact Wrestling doesn't deserve the money. So it's up to you though. If you're interested, 100% check it out. Now we got DDT Goes Hollywood 2023. That's on Thursday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. Oh, I actually missed something. Hang on. My bad. I actually forgot a show. Do you know how bad that is? There's like 19 fucking million shows, and I forget the one show that I always talk about. That's amazing. Anyway, Mr. Green Mist presents his Pro Wrestling Potluck Show, 9 p.m. Eastern on his Twitch. I'll have it linked down below if you're interested. It's every 9 p.m. It's every Thursday at 9 p.m. Basically, people send him cool matches, promos, things they'd like to see. I sent him 1,500 matches. So he always throws together a really fun show. So if you're interested, hella good to check it out. And it's for free as well, so you cannot go wrong. And like I said, 9 p.m. Eastern. Twitch. And we got DDT Goes Hollywood 2023, 11 p.m. Eastern on Fight. It's part of the collective, I believe. Yes. And this is going to have Pheromones, Danshko Dino, and Yuki Sexy Lino versus the Takagi Army, Michael Nakazawa and Senshio Takagi. It's going to be amazing. Andrew Everett and Nick Wayne versus Kazusada Higuchi and Takeshi Masada. Very weird pairing. I would have never guessed that. Two high-flying wrestlers versus two harder hitting wrestlers. Very weird. Saki Akai versus Vert Vixen. That should be very interesting. Saki Akai can work anybody, and Vert Vixen's very underrated. Chris Brooks and Yoshihiko taking on Mao and Shunma. Should be good. Konosuke Takeshita takes on Yuki Ino. That could be really good if given the time. That could be amazing. Joey Janela faces Tetsuya Endo. That could also be really, really good if it's given the time and Janela tries. 100%. And we got a tag team match. Eddie Kingston teams with Jun Akiyama to take on Damnation TA, Daisuke Sasaki, and Cannon. So, can't go wrong. This looks amazing. DDT Goes Hollywood 2023, 11 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Check it out. Fight Plus. And we got GCW For the Culture. So it's a little bit later on, 3 a.m. Eastern on Fight. This looking pretty good so far. The marquee matchup that I was looking forward to on this one is Too Cold Scorpio is going to face Brian Keith. Amazing. Trish Adora defends her Pan-African World Diaspora Wrestling Championship against Calvin Tankman. There's a 10-man tag team match which features my boy AC Mack, Jeffrey John, Jocelyn Navarro, Lucky Ali, and Shug D versus the conglomerate of Alpha Zoe and Midas Creed, Jay Sharp, Kenny King, Maserati. Oh, this is excellent. This is an excellent showcase for African American talent. This is awesome. Myron Reed versus Mandela Reese and Kevin Knight. And then we got Willie Mack taking on Billy Dixon. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Can't wait for this one. This is actually a really good show. GCW For the Culture 4. 100% check this out. This is amazing. Black excellence in this one. And we got, oh yeah, Friday. We're kicking into Friday now. Jimmy Lloyd's D-Generation F. It airs at 2 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Of course, on Fight. Woo, a little bit of leg. We got Titus Alexander versus Cole Radrick. Starboy Charlie versus Alec Price. Kenzie Page versus Sandra Moon. Oh my god, that's a dream match. That's going to be amazing. Jack Cartwheel versus Hunter Drake. That could be good. Then we got a 4-way tag team match. The Best Bros, Balianaki, May Saruga, take on the East-West Express, Jordan Oliver, Nick Wayne. Wasted Youth, Dylan McKay, Marcus Mathers. And CPF, Danny Black, and Joe Lando. Not bad. And we got Bobby Orlando taking on Sawyer Wreck. Then we also had this 15-year-old making his debut. I saw that online. So, pretty interesting. Should be pretty good. Can't go wrong. Jimmy Lloyd looks like he's putting together a pretty decent little program here. D-Generation F, 2 p.m. Eastern on Friday on Fight. And around that, just about an hour later, we got Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling live from Los Angeles on Fight pay-per-view. This is 100% worth buying. I'm probably going to buy it. And I would 100% recommend anybody to purchase this and support Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, one of the best companies in the entire world. I love Tokyo Joshi. We got some great matches here. What do we got? Yeah, it's like, it doesn't even matter what it is. It could be anything. It's going to be great. Yuki Kamifiku takes on Janai Kai. Excellent. Rika Tatsumi is going to face Billy Starks. Should be interesting. Mizuki and Yuka Sakazaki take on Maki Ito and Miyu Yamashita. I'm assuming those will probably be for the Princess Tag Belts. Miya Watanabe and Shoko Nakajima take on the Wasteland War Party, Heidi Howitzer and Max the Impaler. We got Hyper Masao and Trish Adora taking on Raku and Yuki Aino. And we got Hikari Noa and Nao Kakuda taking on Ariso Endo and Suzume. Wow. A lot of nice little matches they got lined up here. Really excited to see Tokyo Joshi get some exposure here from this event. Hopefully they get some new fans because it's such an amazing and fun program. Can't go wrong. Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling pay-per-view on Fight, 3 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Then we got GCW versus DDT, part of the Collective, 6 p.m. Eastern, Fight Plus on Friday. We got Homicide and Tony Deppen taking on Jun Akiyama and Tetsuya Endo. Should be pretty good. Got the Moonlight Express, Mao and Mike Bailey taking on the East West Express, Jordan Oliver, Nick Wayne. That's a little bit weird. And then we got the match that I am looking forward to almost the most all weekend. Team Bussy, Ali Catch and Effie take on Pheromones, Shakshi Yukino and Dansuke Dino. There's going to be some buttholes in the faces in this one, and it's going to be glorious. And then we got Kazusada Higuchi taking on Blake Christian, which makes no sense at all because Blake Christian isn't a hard-hitting wrestler whatsoever. He's kind of just a do moves over and over again type of wrestler. I would have loved to see Higuchi versus anybody else, but oh well. Dark Sheik versus Saki Akai is going to be amazing. That's excellent. There's an 8-man tag match. Alec Price, Gringo Loco, and Los Magisos, Ciclope Medio Extremo, take on Damnation TA, Daisuke Sasaki, Cannon, Sanshiro Takagi, and Takeshi Masada. Not bad. And then we got another 6-man tag. Chris Brooks, Mizuki Watase, and Shunma take on the Second Gear crew. One called Manders, Mance Warner, and Matthew Justice. That could be fun. Tables, ladders, and chairs match maybe. Then we got Joey Janela taking on Yuki Ino. That could be alright if Janela tries and if it's given time. And we got Cole Radrick versus Yoshihiko. And that's definitely going to be really good. So, actually pretty good little GCW versus DDT show despite a couple matches being meh. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Check it out, 6 p.m. Eastern on Friday. And we got ROH Supercard of Honor, 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Now, I probably won't be watching this, and it's on pay-per-view, so 100% bootleg this. Do not give ROH or Tony Khan your money. He does not deserve. He's a billionaire. He doesn't need this money. Do not buy this. Bootleg this 100%. But I will not be watching this because there's too many other things on. But because we got the Hall of Fame and we got a couple other things we're going to be getting to here in a moment. But either way, if you're interested, we got El Higo Vikingo is going to be defending his AAA Mega Championship against Commander, which could be good. We got Wheeler Yuta defending against Katsuya Shibata, even though Shibata can't take a hit and can't wrestle a regular match anymore. He's still going to wrestle some sort of maybe grappling style against Yuta, and Yuta doesn't hit hard, so he has nothing. Shibata has nothing to worry about against Yuta. And then Athena takes on Yuka Sakazaki for the ROH Women's World Title. That could be pretty good. Reach for the Sky ladder match for the vacant ROH tag team titles. We got the Lucha Brothers taking on Top Flight, taking on Aussie Open versus the Kingdom, and La Facción Incomparable, Rush and Realistico. We got the ROH 6-man tag team, belts on the line. The Embassy, the champions, are defending against AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Grand Metalik, which I can't believe he never went back to his old name and kept his WWE name. That's terrible. All right, anyway, this looks half decent considering. I would, like I said, 100% do not pay for this. Do not support Tony Khan. Screw billionaires. Support small companies. And then we got a double shot of Lucha Libre this weekend as well. We got Vienes Spectaculaire, 31st of March at Arena Mexico, so that is on Friday. Friday we got Arena Mexico action as usual. Mystico, Valdo Jr. and Soberano Jr. taking on Angel Del Oro, Stuka Jr. and Dragon Rojo Jr. Atlantis Jr. and Valiente are taking on El Sagrado and Gemelos Diablo. Could be good. Then we got, Nieblo Roja versus Magnus. A couple of other things. Fuego versus Raider. Got a couple of other decent matches. So that's on Friday. Arena Mexico pay-per-view. I'm not sure about the one that's on Saturday. It looks like Mystico, Angelo Del Oro, and Soberano Jr. are facing Averno, Volador Jr., and Templario at the 80th anniversary of Arena Coliseo. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to watch this one. Hopefully. We'll see. No, I never know. I never know until it's like, except for the Arena Mexico one. That's the only one I know that I can watch. The rest of them I'm like, well, maybe we'll watch them. We'll see. But looking pretty good. Saturday's stacked, so I'm not even sure if I'll even check this one out. But for sure, the Friday one, I'll have it on. And of course, there's going to be some Arena Nalkalpan, IWRG, always. They run so many times a week. It's going to be on Mas Lucha YouTube, which I have linked down below if you want. Check it out if you want. There's nice little bit of Lucha Libre this weekend, too. And on Friday, we got Prestige Wrestling Nervous Breakdown on High Spots. Now, this has Miyu Yamashita versus Taya Valkyrie, Shigeru Iri versus Kevin Blackwood. The legend Aja Kong is taking on Masha Slamovich. Calvin Tankman versus Vinny Massaro. We got the Time Splitters and Ultimo Dragon versus Team Filthy. We got a couple other tag matches. So it looks like I see Warhorse there. Sonico. Yuya Uemura. Pretty cool. The LA Dojo versus... Oh, okay, not too bad. Yeah, this Prestige Wrestling show streaming Friday night. If you want to check it out as well, it's on top of everything else, of course. And it's on High Spots TV for whatever reason. Check it out. It's not too bad. You cannot go wrong with Prestige Wrestling. They always put on a pretty damn good show. Of course, we got the 2023 WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. So far, we got Rey Mysterio Jr. going in. The Great Muta. Oh, actually, Rey Mysterio is being inducted by Conan. Still, it still says Conan. So I hope that's legit. That'll be really cool. Great Muta is getting inducted by Ric Flair. Stacy Keibler. They're not sure who's going to be going in, but that's pretty good. And we got Andy Kaufman getting inducted by Jerry Lawler, of course. Perfect. That's a pretty good one. Posthumous, of course. But not too bad. Not too bad of a class. They oddly haven't announced very much. Like usually they're starting and announcing it right after Rumble. But this year they haven't really announced many. Like it's only 4 inductees. But I am most excited to see who goes in the Legacy wing. Those are always my favorite. So we'll have to see. Should be interesting. Okay, here we go. Violence. We got some violence. ICW No Holds Barred Volume 44. 8 p.m. Eastern on IWTV from the H2O Wrestling Center. This is going to be insane. We got Mickey Knuckles taking on Lufisto. I don't know if they've ever wrestled before, but that's a dream match. And we got Boss versus Boss. Matt Tremont versus Danny D'Amanto. We got MM3 Malcolm Monroe III taking on Neil Diamond Cutter. Should be excellent. Hoodfoot versus Danny Darko. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome. John Wayne Murdoch versus Lowlife Louis Ramos has potential to be really good. And Randy West versus Tommy Vendetta also has the potential to be excellent. This is amazing. This ICW No Holds Barred show, Volume 44, 8 p.m. Eastern IWTV on Friday night, should be really good. Looking forward to it. Then we got Ganbare Pro Restart. It's Ganjo Restart 2023. It's on Friday night as well. It's 12:30 p.m. Japan time, so it's like 11:30 p.m. Eastern-ish. The main event is Yuri versus Yoshiko Hasagawa. We got some tag matches. Amy Manase and Moka Haruhi versus Marika Kobashi and Ichika Miyabi. We got Gato Move Providing match. So I wonder if that's Gato Move Pro Wrestling. Sayaka Obahiro takes on Chiko Ishikawa. And we got a 5-minute exhibition match. Riara takes on Moeka Harui. So 100% this will be on Wrestle Universe if you're interested. Ganbare Pro is always a pretty awesome little show. And it looks like they're doing Joshi focused, which is pretty great. Can't go wrong. Ganbare Pro Wrestle Universe on Friday night. And then we got Joey Janela's Spring Break 7. This is live on Fight Plus, 11 p.m. Eastern. Part of the collective, of course. We got Mike Bailey taking on El Hito Vikingo. Should be pretty decent. Got a mystery team taking on Maki Death Kill, Maki Ito and Nick Gage. Kota Ibushi takes on Joey Janela. We've got a GCW World Tag Team Championship match. The Motor City Machine Guns are going to be defending their titles against the East-West Express. Jordan Oliver, Nick Wayne. There's probably been some more announced, but I didn't actually bother going on the Twitter to see every single show. There's too many, so there's probably going to be tons of other stuff. Can't go wrong. Joey Janela Spring Break 7, 11 p.m. Eastern on Fight Plus. And then, holy shit, here it is. This is the one. This is the one that I am probably the most hyped for out of almost everything all weekend. I mean, I keep saying that, but for real, RIZIN is next freaking level. There is not very many things in this world that get me as hype and as interested and as like, oh my frick, as RIZIN, because it's got that old school pride championship fighting feel. We got, what's the card here? We got Makoto Shinru taking on Daichi Kitata. Hashori Horde, Rising Star versus Vugi. We got Kintaro taking on Koichi. We got Nakamura, Husaku Nakamura taking on Maiman Mamedov. I don't know anybody on this card, which is always amazing. I love not knowing anybody and then just being so blown away. And then the main event is Sho Patrick Usami taking on Kyung Pyo Kim. So, amazing. Well over 10 fights. This starts at 2 a.m. Eastern. So if you're still up late, 2 a.m. Eastern on Saturday morning, Friday night. Fight pay-per-view, 100% get this. This is going to be amazing. Cannot wait. RIZIN 41. Hell to the yeah. And late, like very late, so like, 4:30 in the morning on Saturday, we have the Leftover show. So whoever didn't go to the U.S. with DDT is going to be doing a show here at the Yokohama Radiant Hall. So Harashima didn't end up going, which I was very surprised. But yeah, Harashima and Hikaru Sato are taking on Yukio Sakaguchi and Masahiro Takanashi. There's a King of DDT qualifying match. A couple of special singles matches. Kazuki Hirata, Tokyo! He's taking on the Invisible Man. We got Antonio Honda, the guy that always hurts his knee with the Electric 2 Sweets, the amazingness. He's going to be taking on Makoto Oishi. There's a couple of opening tags. Yeah, pretty straightforward, standard little show that they're running with the leftover guys that are still in Japan for DDT. So DDT goes Yokohama, 4:30 a.m. Eastern Saturday morning on Wrestle Universe. And, this one actually probably should have been before that other one, but GCW Emo Fight 2023. This is part of the GCW Collective, of course. It's on Saturday morning, 3 a.m. Eastern. It says so far we got a live performance of Little Aaron, Wicca Phase Spring Eternal, Blackheart Leo Rush, Zombie Princess Jimmy Jacobs, and more. So, I'm not too sure what they got planned for this one, but it could be interesting. I have to check it out. I'm probably not going to be watching it live because of RIZIN. Of course, I'll be really busy with RIZIN. But either way, if you're interested, 100% check this out. It's on Fight Plus, 3 a.m. Eastern on Saturday morning or extremely late Friday night. And then we got, on Saturday, we have NXT Stand and Deliver. This is a pay-per-view for NXT at 1 p.m. Eastern on the WWE Network. What do we got here? Johnny Gargano takes on Grayson Waller. So I'm probably not even going to be watching this, I'll be honest, because of a program coming up here we're going to talk about next. But we got Roxanne Perez defending her title in the women's ladder match. Braun Breaker, the champion, is defending against Carmelo Hayes. There's a NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match. A fatal 5-way match for the NXT North American Championship. What else we got here? There's a triple threat tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. And an 8-person mixed tag match. Winners will gain control of Chase University. Not too shabby. This looks like a pretty straightforward and standard NXT show. Not really my jam, but I wanted to shout it out anyway. What is my jam, though, is GCW Effie's Big Gay Brunch 6. 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. So when you wake up on Saturday, you'll be able to tune into this Effie's Big Gay Brunch. It's on Fight Plus. Always incredible action on this one. There's something about the vibe of the Big Gay Brunch that I always really enjoy. It's always one of the highlights of the collective, easily. So what do we got here? We got Steph DeLander taking on Sandra Moon. Fred Rosser takes on Karam. Kid Bandit versus Sawyer Wreck. We have a 10-man tag team match. Aaron Rourke, Ashton Starr, Becca, Dylan McQueen, and Rico Gonzalez taking on Money, Power, Respect, Fabuloso Fabrico, and Marco Mayer, Abigail Warren, Anton Voorhees, and Deshade with Polo Del Mar. And we got Carlos Romo versus Devin Monroe. AC Mack. Oh, AC Mack in the four-way with Jay Vidal. Not too bad. Dark Sheik somewhere in here. That's pretty good. Interesting to see. I'll be interested to see what else they do here. Very awesome show. Effie's Big Gay Brunch 6, 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. So yeah, check it out if you want. And then we have Wrestlemania 39, which is on 2 days, April 1st and April 2nd, so Saturday and Sunday. So far we got Austin Theory versus John Cena on night 1 opening for the United States Championship. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. We got the women's tag match. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. And Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's Championship. Oh, so it looks like both women's matches will be on the first night. Okay. And then the main event of the second night is, of course, Roman Reigns taking on Cody Rhodes for the Universal WWE, the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. And we also got Edge versus the Demon Finn Balor in a Hell in a Cell match. Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre has the chance to be pretty physical. The Usos taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, of course. And then Dominic versus Rey Mysterio. Mysterio versus Mysterio. And not too bad. For WrestleMania, this is actually half decent. I'm not really expecting anything, actually. Knowing WWE, it's always, it is what it is. It's WrestleMania. It's going to be a spectacle. It's at a ginormous arena. It's going to be fun to watch for sure. So Saturday night, Sunday night, you already know when it is. I don't need to tell you. And then on Saturday night, we have the second of back-to-back violence shows. ICW No Holds Barred Volume 45. This one's at the Hart Ballroom on Saturday nights. This is at the same time as WrestleMania. So I'll have the violence on one screen and WrestleMania on the other for sure. We got American Deathmatch Championship. Brandon Kirk takes on Hoodfoot. We got Lufisto taking on Casey Kirk. Oh, my man Satu Jin taking on the Bulldozer Matt Tremont. The Crazy Doctor Redacted taking on Danny Darko. Oh my goodness. Jeff Cannonball taking on Mickey Knuckles. Holy crap, this card. John Wayne Murdoch taking on Tommy Vendetta. Oh yeah. And Akira, the Deathmatch Samurai, taking on Crowbar. The old WCW Crowbar. Yes. He is ageless. The ageless one, Crowbar. He's looking fantastic. So this is, oh man, what a card. We got ourselves a absolutely stacked showed card here for ICW No Holds Barred Volume 45. 8 p.m. Eastern, same time as the first night of WrestleMania. And then we got Gringo Loco, The World on Lucha, 1 a.m. Eastern. So it's late Saturday night, early Sunday morning on Fight Plus, part of the collective. We got Laredo Kid taking on El Hijo Vikingo. Negro Casas taking on Tony Deppen. Black Taurus and Los Vipers, Latigo and Toxin, taking on Aramis, Arez, and Commander. Psycho Clown, the man, is going to take on Gringo Loco again. Oh my goodness, that has a chance to be ridiculous. And Sexy Star 2 takes on Dulce Tormenta. Wow. Bestia 666 and Damien 666 are taking on Los Magisos as well. Wow. Yep, this Lucha Libre card looks amazing. 1 a.m. Eastern on Fight Plus on Saturday night, late, or early Sunday morning. Check it out for sure. And we got the Independent Wrestling GCW Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame 2023. It is at 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Got, so here it only says 2 of the inductees, but I believe there's 4 inductees so far. But we got Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel, being inducted by Frankie Kazarian. And we got Cheerleader Melissa, one of the most influential and trailblazing women in independent wrestling in the last 2 decades, inducted by Dave Prazak. And we also have Jimmy Jacobs, who's been announced for the 2023 class, and Excalibur. So due to his work with PWG and Jimmy Jacobs' long-standing work as the Zombie Princess, all 4 of those are 100% surefire Hall of Famers, no doubt. So check it out, 3 p.m. Eastern on Fight Plus. And then we got at 5 p.m. Eastern, so Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, we got some more violence. We got Ruthless Pro, Street Trash. Randy West takes on Casey Kirk for the Rust Belt Championship. Bulldozer takes on Dr. Redacted in a great one. That's going to be freaking wild. John Wayne Murdoch takes on Hoodfoot, and they're going to be doing a extra crazy death match they announced for that match. So John Wayne Murdoch versus Hoodfoot's going to be ridiculous. Or more ridiculous than it already was going to be. Danny Darko is taking on Tommy Vendetta. Should be pretty good. Malcolm Monroe III, MM3 is taking on Bam Sullivan. Oh yeah. Remington Roar is taking on Chris Bradley. Nice. And Schwartzy's facing Lowlife Louis Ramos. So yeah, you cannot go wrong. Ruthless Pro Wrestling Street Trash, 5 p.m. Eastern on Sunday on IWTV. Check it out, man, for sure. Then we got the night 2 of WrestleMania, of course. So night 2 of WrestleMania following that. And then on Monday, to finish off this insane WrestleMania weekend, we got H2O Hardcore Hustle Organization presenting HustlePalooza 2023. Matt Tremont defends his IWTV World title against Brandon Kirk. Manders defends the H2O World title against Declan Grant. Gigi Everson is going to be defending the hybrid belt against Kennedy Copeland and Ziggy Haim. Austin Luke versus Big Ryan Red. Chris Bradley's taking on Jess Moss. That's going to be wild. Bam Sullivan versus Mouse versus Sawyer Wreck versus Lowlife Louie. That's going to be a fun one. And there's a battle royal for a chance at the H2O Hybrid Championship. So overall, this card's looking pretty awesome as well. Cannot go wrong. H2O is always one of my favorites too. It's on at friggin' 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday, so same time as the Raw after WrestleMania. Oh yeah, check this out. If you like violence, if you like some solid up-and-coming wrestling, cannot go wrong. This is always really entertaining, so damn right. All right, so I think that's it. That's all we got. That was it for this week in pro wrestling, the busiest week of the year, I believe. It's absolutely insane. Freaking WrestleMania. Freaking so many other shows. Violence, some death matches, some solid in-ring wrestling, some hard-hitting wrestling, some Japanese wrestling, some Joshi wrestling, some Lucha Libre. We got it all this week. We got everything you could ever want in wrestling this week. If you're not interested in the mainstream, we got violence. If you're not interested in the violence, we got in-ring, hard-hitting in-ring wrestling. If you're not interested in the hard-hitting, we got technical. We got lucha. We got it all. We got it all. So let me know what you guys are looking forward to. Thanks so much for watching. This was a pretty long one, 40 minutes. Haha, pretty wild. But can't go wrong. I'm looking forward to so much. RIZIN is going to be crazy. The MMA is going to be wild. Cannot freaking go wrong. It's going to be so fun. So, yeah, like I said, for Necro Eric, this was your weekly wrestling preview. Peace in the Middle East, and namaste.